Awesome. Just wanted to do a quick video on this week. So it's currently Wednesday. Not going to go through all my pairs. I don't think it's necessary. I'll just go through the ones that I currently have on watch. The rest of them haven't really shaped up yet, so there's not really much to report on it. The DXY has kind of found a bottom now, an inflection point. I was looking at this as an ascending channel. It's not my traditional sort of channel, so I wasn't really fixated on it, but there was context behind it. We did find this sort of inflection point as ground. So as we reached that override, we bypassed it, pushed up and came back down. We did create this sort of flag here. So I was kind of like, could that have been a channel? But looking at how we've kind of pushed off this inflection point, this could be something larger now to push up further. And we could see something more of an angle here where this is the 1, 2, 3 scoops and then pushes up. So we could have that bullish momentum now, which is in line with gold, which I'll go through in a second. The next one I've got is KED-JEN. Now KED-JEN needs a bit of time to develop. I'm looking for the 1, 2, 3. There's an override over here. There's an override over here. That I'll be aware of these 2 points. More so, we could get, these 2 points here as well. I think if we do come up to this one, we could just push up to the next one. So these are the sort of areas that I will be looking at, and now this just kind of becomes the higher time frame, larger override, but it hasn't really materialized. There's not enough space there. This could kind of scoop down, come back here before it goes up. So it's just one that I think is either going to shape up towards tonight, and then maybe Asian session will be able to take it, or early London session. So KED-JEN, I don't really have much to kind of go back off on this one. It was on since morning, had the potential to get up here, just didn't. Aussie yen, there's still this level of a structured approach in here, so it looks like we're creating this sort of middle section here to push up for this push up here. I'm not looking at this override as much, but I'm looking at the push up, comes in, taps into this override. If we tap into, if we tap into this override, and then we sell off and then we create AFT, it is what it is. AFT might be a little bit smaller, but yeah, that's that. And then we also have the potential to come in for the 1, 2, 3. So that's basically it. And then to fill this gap and then potentially go long or see it push through for an extension. GBP USD. So we had this sort of 1, 2, 3 yesterday, and then we had the 1, 2, 3 extension sell off, and then we had the 1, 2, 3 extension sell off, but we didn't commit. We kind of pushed up higher. So what I'm kind of seeing now is, are we just going to start going bullish and start creating a large continuation here, kind of make a nice little scoop, sell off, or even push up? So staying on the sidelines with this one. I forgot to add one in here. I'll put it in there now. And yeah, so then I've got Euro GBP. Euro GBP is one that I think is kind of just already started committing. So I did have a sell entry here, then I got taken out for a break even, and then I left it. Sell was in here. There was a little entry in there where I thought this could have been a great place to enter in on the market. Unfortunately, I was taken out. So was taken out of this position, and then I kind of just left it, and then I came back and looked at it later, and now here we are. So still early in the run, to be honest. This can just scoop up here, but I'm more than happy to look for something a little bit more with a little bit more weight. But I think EG is just going to be a missed one for me now, unfortunately. I'm not going to spend too much time entertaining it because there's a few other things shaping up. But yeah, and then I've got gold, which currently have a live position on there as well for a short. I was currently long in there as well. I did have a long position, which was here. So this was taken off the back of the DXY. So as price got there, the DXY, the gold was here, so I took the long trade, as DXY could have just potentially sold off in base with that 90% rule. So I just kind of wanted to keep that on watch, because if it did sell off aggressively, I'd be in that run. As we approached this area, that's when I got a little bit more aggressive with my management, and I locked it in here, and then price pushed up and just came straight back down. So it was completely expected for price to do something like that. Yes, I could have probably taken a few more percentage up here, but in terms of management, I was really happy with that. So we had the 1, 2, 3 now. We've had the sort of push away, and now I'm just looking at that continuation on the higher time frame now. So basically impulse, correction, continuation to this low, and then see what happens. So that's basically where I'm at now. But there is obviously a possibility that if the DXY just dramatically starts selling off, the gold can turn around and keep going bullish. So bearing that in mind, that's also a possibility. But right now, yeah, bearish on gold. That was the plan from day one. And then GA. So GA is one that is a little bit unfortunate, but I saw this as higher time frame. This is the value area, this bit here, and then we had that little break above, push down. We didn't commit, so we kind of came back in and tapped into that. Most probably, it's not the worst sort of trade, but yeah, we kind of scooped in with some structure here, seeing this as a 1, 2, 3 with a nice little not the cleanest, but a middle section here pushed up, and then we got an expanding potentially now, where this can form as continuation or a reversal, but more so what we have is a potential head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And I was going off the bat of, this could potentially play out. And what we had was we had a solid push down, and then we created this 15-minute flag. But now, kind of looking at it in hindsight, it looks less probable because of how price action is playing out. We didn't have that strong sort of impulsive move away from it. So looking at this now, we could potentially just start making our way back up, and then this becomes its own separate pattern in itself. So yeah, unfortunate that this was unable to play out, but on a different day, it could have been a very good trade. So that's GA, and that's it basically. That's all I've pretty much been having on watch today. So in total, I am up this week for 8.34%. But yeah, I did struggle with a little bit of over trading. 19 trades since the first, so we've only had 1, 2, 3, 4. Today's the 4th trading day, and who knows, I might even take another trade. Hopefully, it won't come to that. But there's a lot of things shaping up at the moment. So yeah, essentially 19 trades, 8.34%, average of maybe let's say 0.9% per trade in profit. No, that's incorrect. Roughly about 0.5% per trade I'm making. So yeah, obviously not all of the trades are profitable. I've got a few good trades. I think it was gold, GBP USD, and another gold trade that banked me some good profit. But yeah, so I think yeah, I need to just basically keep my head in the game at the moment. GA, I don't think it's going to be anytime ready soon, so got to literally just leave that one, let it commit, and then once it's down here, I'll probably look for something. Gold, hopefully this one commits because I'm in the short, so I'll remove that, and we'll see how that goes. But hopefully the DXY doesn't just kind of create a bull bear flag and then kind of just commit lower. I'm hoping that what we have is just a solid sort of push up from the DXY. And if we continue just moving up bullish, then might see this just kind of drop. So just have to wait and see how that plays out now. But it's looking good so far. So I'm quite happy with my forecast for both gold and GBP Aussie. So yeah, just essentially just gonna wait this one out. But that's it for Wednesday. Not really much to report on. It's been a really good active day across the board for a lot of these pairs. I think a lot of them are in very good areas. I think some of them could really play out quite well from where we are. Especially looking at Japanese yen as well. I mean, impulse correction continuation. GBP yen as well. We've tapped in here. 1, 2, 3, push down, correction, continuation. Swiss yen, maybe potentially something a little bit more complex, and then gold as well there. So yeah, we're looking pretty good for the week. So let's just wait that through. Have a good week, sorry, and we'll catch up tomorrow.